Hello beauties, and welcome back to the Bumpy Bones Locksport channel. So I wanted to give everybody an update on my dad and the current situation, and both my folks and I greatly appreciate all the support that everybody has sent us and given us over the past couple of weeks. It has been absolutely amazing, and I truly and deeply appreciate all of it. Um, so for those of you who missed my post last week, a couple weeks ago on Wednesday, my dad had a really bad episode with his Parkinson's and dementia. We're still not 100% sure what caused it or really what happened with it, but he had an appointment on Wednesday with his speech pathologist for an evaluation, and in a couple of hours after his appointment, he just declined rapidly. His cognitive went all funky. He couldn't remember where he was. He couldn't communicate for himself. He couldn't express himself. He had a hard time figuring out how to do things, where things went, and all of that. His balance and went really funky. He almost fell down multiple times. And generally, my dad does really good. He was diagnosed with Parkinson's last year, and my mom and I keep him very active and very independent. And that, I think, for both my mom and myself, is super important when it comes to Parkinson's, is keeping them active, keeping them thinking, keeping them as independent as possible for as long as possible. Wednesday my dad was having those problems. We thought he was tired because of the speech evaluation and all of that. And on Thursday morning when we woke up, he was worse. And so we took him to the emergency room because we were afraid that there was something else going on because of just how rapid this occurred. And they did, MRI, CAT scan, a ton of tests, and all the tests came back good. My dad's in great health. But nothing in terms of what was going on and all that. And I live in rural New York, and our hospitals in this area just don't really know a lot about Parkinson's or conditions like that. So they admitted him overnight, and he did give the nurses a little bit of hell overnight. But on Friday, he was able to recover a little bit, and he was able to answer questions like where he was. He was able to get out of bed, walk around the hallways. He had to use a walker. Normally, my dad doesn't use a walker, but he was able to do it with a walker. And so the doctors and the nurses felt that he was good enough to go home. So they sent him home on Friday, and ever since Friday, when we got him home, we started to again have some episodes pop up where his cognitive went down to points where he couldn't get out of bed or he couldn't remember where he was, but then he would recover pretty quickly from it. And so we've had these ups and downs over the course of the past week, and we saw his primary care doctor, and she felt that rehab would be really good for him. So last week I have been fighting like hell to get my dad into rehab. And the problem is our healthcare in the United States, at least in my area, really stinks when it comes to senior care, and especially when it comes to conditions like Parkinson's and dementia and all of that. I contacted multiple centers, and none of them would take them. In fact, I'm not getting called back from any of them at this point. And the reason being is because he's not acute enough. He's at home. He's able to get out of bed by himself for the most part. He's able to dress himself to a degree. I mean, there are times that we have to help him get dressed still. He's able to, do all that stuff. So they won't take him because he's not acute enough. They pretty much want them bedridden. Problem with that is that's a lot of work on the family. Because when he can't get out of bed, we have to help him out of bed. When he can't get dressed, we have to help him get dressed. We have to keep him active. We gotta, do all these therapies and all that. So, We are developing an at-home therapy program for him. We got him into physical therapy. He has a great physical therapist that knows Parkinson's that worked at one of these rehab centers, so that's good at least. And then we're going to get him down to speech therapy and all of that. So we're pretty much doing a at-home intensive therapy program, but it's going to take a couple of weeks for it to really show results. In the meantime, even though we've had bad moments, we've had a ton of good moments. My dad is doing much, much better overall. The past couple of days, he's been more independent. He's been doing more things that he would normally does. For the past couple of weeks, I've taken over a lot of the household chores that he's been doing and all that, but he's starting to like wash dishes. He's starting to do other things that he would normally do around the house. So that is good. So the prognosis is really good, but it's going to take time. And because I've been having to help out around the house a lot more, I haven't had time to really do a lot, and even at night. Normally I record videos at night, but, because my dad's episodes typically are happening at night now, I don't get a lot of sleep. And so it's been hard for me to keep up on my lockpicking and doing videos and all that. So again, I greatly do appreciate everybody's support. In fact, it was funny because I did get time to do some lockpicking today. I'm like, oh, do you know what? I'm going to pick a Packlock 90A Pro here, and I can't get it open. I've been struggling on it now because it's been so long since I've gotten into doing the picking and all of that. So I got to start working on getting my skills back up there. Um, I did want to let everybody know that I am going to be extending the deadline on my giveaway. I've been trying to keep up on the videos as best as I can. I think there's only 6 videos submitted so far. And so I'm going to extend the deadline by 2 weeks. So the new deadline is going to be on September 21st. That's Sunday, 2 weeks after the original deadline date. And the drawing's going to be on the 24th or thereabout, depending on what's going on in that. So I'm hoping to get to the drawing pretty quickly and all that. So as of the recording of this video here, you've got 20 days and 2 hours remaining to get your video in. And so what do you need to do to get into my giveaway? Well, of course, I would like you to subscribe to my channel, and I would like you to record and upload a video. You can, I would like you to pick open a lock in your video, and it can be any lock, anything from a Master Lock 1 to a Yuema 750. And then while you're picking open your lock, I would like you to talk about who or what got you into lockpicking and Locksport, or who inspired you to try lockpicking. Now, I know that some people, I've been watching a lot of YouTube channels, and I've been noticing that there are a lot of people out there that just pick locks open and don't talk on camera. And I know that there are some people out there that don't like to talk on camera. And I'm going to be completely honest. When I started my YouTube channel, I was the same mentality. It's like I really don't want to speak on camera. When I listen to my voice back on recordings, I'm always like, oh, I could have done that. I could have done this, and I can, and it's like, is that really how I sound? So if you don't want to speak on camera, what you can do is in the description of your video, just put a written description about who or what got you into lockpicking and Locksport, or who inspired you to try locksporting or lockpicking. I would still really love to hear or read your story. So if you put that into the description of your video, I will then, take that as a qualifying, that qualifies for that requirement and get you into our drawing here. One reason why I do these videos for my giveaways, there are a couple different reasons. One, it's something that takes you a little bit out of your comfort zone. And I think that's kind of big, trying to push people to take that next step in their lockpicking journey, especially, with recording and all that. The second reason I do these video requirements for my giveaways is if you pursue your belts in the Lockpickers United belt system, like a green belt or higher. Well, the requirements in all of those belts is you have to record yourself picking open the lock, gutting the lock, and doing all that. Now, in those videos, you don't need to speak during it. You can just pick them open and be that. But you still have to, record and post a video of you doing that and all that. So this kind of helps, I think, get you into the habit of learning how to do those types of recordings as well. And then, of course, I would always like you to put an email address in the description of your video. It doesn't have to be your personal email address. It can be an email address for your channel. It can be an email address that you just created just for the giveaway. But I would like an email address that I can use to contact you and know it's you and all of that. So, and of course, leave a comment in the giveaway video with Bumpy Bones, with hashtag Bumpy Bones 550. Any comments that have that, I always go to the channels and I check to see if there's a video there. And later on, I'm going to cover the 6 entries that I currently have. And if you are not in that list there, let me know, and I would definitely get you in and all that. Now, the other is, let's just do a quick review on our prizes here. So I've got a Wall Lock Tools EDC set. That's the Pro Series picks that they've got in there. They're the, I think, the 0.6 millimeter picks, and it's got some really good profiles in it. And I'm also including the 1.5 millimeter and the 2 millimeter Hooligan pry bars in it. We've got the Covert Instruments 20,000 Genesis set with a Samurai laser engraving on it. We've got a Covert Instruments Reaper Turner set. It's one of my favorite Turner sets, so I thought I would throw that in there. We got a 44 Delta Brass Shackle Packlock 90A Pro. I really love the brass shackle on those 90A Pros and all that. And then we got Master Lock 1670. That's the like the school combo lock that has the keyway on it. Now there's no key, or I don't have the combo for it, so it's a fun lock to learn how to decode and how to pick the locks open and all of that. And then I have a Yale Morrison. Now it's not a Y1 keyway; it's a different type of keyway. And again, I don't have a key, but what I did was I took off the brass plate on top of the keyholes, the pinholes, and all that, and I grub screwed all of them. So I made it a really nice 7-key practice, or 7-pin practice lock and all that. And then I have a brass Master Lock DG that I'll be giving away too as well. So, in terms of the videos that have been submitted so far, so far I have videos from Cease Do Do, Wild Billum, Lockpicking Llama, Dots Lock, Lock Junkie, and Greyhound Picking. So those are the only 6 that I have so far. If you have uploaded a video, do feel free to, in the comments of this video, say, hey, I uploaded a video a couple days or a couple weeks ago, check it out, and I'll go and check out your video and get you into the list. I search for the hashtag BumpyBones550, but it doesn't always show me everything, and it gets kind of funky with it. It does mix in some other stuff. I've tried to get it to show me just that, but you know technology and how that stuff goes. Sometimes it has a mind of its own. So, that's why I ask people to do the comments, because then I can easily find them based off the comments as well. So, all right, well, again, I super appreciate everybody's support for what is going on in life right now. Things are getting better, and hopefully things will be getting better over the course of the next couple of weeks. So, good luck on the giveaway. I hope everybody has a beautiful September, and I will see you all later.